Hi everybody, hope you're well. Well, this is it. My R1250GS has finally left the showroom. Picked it up on Monday. It's Thursday now. I haven't done too many miles on it. We've done about 80 miles. Basically, I've had to go to work in between Monday and today, so I've been riding it as much as I can the last 48 hours. So yeah, this is the R1250GS, triple black, loads of bits on it. If you like the videos at the end of it, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll put a card up here somewhere. Go and have a look at all the other videos I've done prior to taking possession of this gorgeous 2022 1250GS. So I think we should jump on the bike, take it for a quick spin, and tell you where I am with it so far, or where I'm at so far with it. So keyless ride, so let's hop on and let's go. Look at that screen, lovely. Oh, so I've got it in dynamic mode. We'll talk about the modes a bit later on, but let's just go for a little bit of a ride. So here we are then, folks, my lovely triple black GS. So let's just sort of wind the clock back a little bit. The bike's been on order for 2 months now, and dealing with the local BMW dealer here where I live, obviously, the Mansell Collection. Lovely bunch of guys down there, so big shout out to all you guys, Darren, Tony, and also the owner Greg. He's been very nice to chat to. He's a bit of a BMW guru, so what he doesn't know about BMWs is really not worth knowing anything about. So yeah, thanks guys for looking after me. So yeah, Monday my wife took me down to the dealership. I was like a little schoolboy waiting for his birthday or Christmas. It was, oh, I was so excited. So they dropped me, or my wife dropped me down at the dealership. Look at the weather, it's stunning. Dropped me down at the dealership. The bike was waiting outside for me at the pre-arranged time. Into the showroom I went. Downstairs they've got a beautiful showroom where they do BMW, Triumph, etc. And then upstairs they have quality used second-hand motorbikes. They're just a lovely bunch of people down there. So popped into the office where they try and abstract all your money from you, and Tony, the financial wizard, was there, and he successfully was able to extract lots of money from me to pay for this BMW. So yeah, we just went through a little bit of paperwork. He gave me a load of documentation, which was nicely placed in a wallet, the ramp wallet. And then outside we went, and then basically Tony just showed me through just some of the basic features of the modes on the motorbike, how to start it with the keyless ignition, or the keyless ride, sorry, and a little bit of information about the TFT, and that was pretty much it. And then I was off on my own. So Tony was very kind enough to stand outside and video me as I left, like a little schoolboy on his new toy, and riding off into the yonder. What a glorious evening. So yeah, it's a brand new bike. Obviously it's done 76 miles on it. In fact, I've done more than that. Not used to the display. So we've done 87 miles actually. So 87 miles we've done on the bike, and obviously I'm just going through the running in period or process. So basically 5,000 RPM up to 625 miles, and then after that, boof, you can cane it. The bike is run in, but it goes in just for an oil change at about 500 miles, and then continue with the up to 5,000 RPM, and then you hit 1,000k or 625 miles, and then away you go, and the bike is running. When I rode the bike away from the showroom, within about 10 minutes I had the back end stepping out on me, obviously the brand new tyres, so you've got to be a little bit careful about that. So I've got the riding mode in dynamic mode at the moment, as I have got the suspension in the same mode as well. But with the 80 miles on the clock now, yeah, I can give it a bit more gas, because the tyres are getting a bit more scrubbed in. So far it's a cracking machine, very pleased with it. It's a big machine, obviously it's not the 30 odd litre one, it's the 20 litre tank, just the baby GS, but that's all that I need. I don't need anything else at the moment. So those of you that have been following my channel will know that I've also got a little KTM 890R Duke, and I've had that for, trying to think how long I've had it now for. I've had that for a year, so that's still under warranty, and I got that from brand new as well, and again that had to be running. So like all these things, you've got to take your time running them in, run them in properly as per the manufacturer's recommendations. But the first thing you need to do when you get your bike home is adjust the clutch lever, the brake lever, and obviously the gear shift and the rear brake lever, just so it all suits you, the mirrors and everything. There's nothing worse than riding a bike when you haven't adjusted it to suit you. So I've still yet to adjust the clutch lever, just to tilt it down a little bit, as I'll do the same for the brake lever. I just haven't got round to it. But I've got to say the rear brake is amazing. It falls into a natural position for me, so that won't be being moved. And the gear shift as well, I won't have to be moving that, so it looks like I've just got to move the clutch and the brake lever. Obviously it's a new bike, so you want to make sure that everything works. So this has got heated seats front and rear, so I've already tried those, they work. And it's got a USB connector down here, so again I've already plugged my phone in there just to make sure that the USB connector does work. The only thing with that is, wow, that is really hard to get in my case, my iPhone USB plug back out again. It's if you pulled it by the cable, you're going to snap it, so that's a real firm fit in there. I've still got to play around with the TFT and all the modes, so that would be maybe another video, I'm not sure. But it's pretty straightforward actually, once you've taken time to look on YouTube and indeed go through the manual, if that's the kind of thing you're into. This bike comes with the auxiliary fog lights, so again they work, and when you select high beam, they just stay on one type of power, so they don't go to a high power, unlike the Denali's. They just stay on a low power, but they still remain on when you go from low to high as well. And you can select them either on, which I've got them on now, and if I press the button here, they then go off, as you can see on the dash down here, but I'll pop them back on again. So it's very simple to use. But for a big girl, she is certainly flickable. Certainly flickable. And I'm just starting to get used to it now. Just starting to get used to it. Still got to be a little bit careful with the tyres. But it's a great machine. It's a great machine. Obviously there's other bikes out there, namely the Ducati V4 adventure bike, the I can't remember, Multistrada. I was not able to test ride one of those, didn't have one over here with the demo at the dealership, so that was out the window. And also the Ducati dealer was a KTM dealer, and I couldn't try the 1290 because they didn't have one either. So I really wanted a shaft drive, and this is my only option. So, and what an option it is. It's just stupendously good, right from low down torque, woof, and away you go. So God knows what it's like when you get it singing above sort of 6,000 up to 9,000 on the edge of the rev limiter there, or the rev range. It must be very entertaining. Yeah, but it's a big old girl, but although it's quite heavy, you can certainly chuck it around. And with that unusual BMW front end, without any dive, you know, whack the brakes on and you get a little bit of dive. Apparently when the test riders were going through the testing process, this is what I've read on on the internet, the test rider said people aren't going to want to have no dive at all in the front suspension, so they built in about sort of 10 or 15 mil of dive. So that's the reason why you do get a tiny bit of dive on the front end, well, according to Google anyway. And who am I to argue against Google? So when I ordered this a couple of months ago, I basically threw the kitchen sink at it. The only thing I didn't order was the Nav 6 there. I've got a Garmin Zumo XT which I had on my Honda Africa Twin, and that's now on my, that is now, oh, bit of a squeal from the back brake tyre, or the back tyre there. So that's now on my KTM, and I've got all the necessary bits just to be able to take this cradle off and then put a bracket that I've bought off eBay together with the Garmin power supply and the wiring harness, and just connect it with all the relevant bits into the BMW satellite power supply. So that will be coming off. Another fellow BM rider. So that's going to be coming off. Yeah, I've literally thrown the kitchen sink at it. We've got the gold wheels, if you've seen in some of my other videos. If you want to go and click the playlist for the BM, all the stuff will be up there, what I've ordered and everything, which is sat in my garage at home. Yeah, heated seats. This R1250GS TE model comes with the nice blingy 719 mirrors, but then I've gone the 719 caps on here, and then all the engine covers, the front case and the side pods, they're all 719 doodahs as well. So I have sort of spent a lot of money on it, and if you're sat down, here's the price. Yeah, that's the price I've paid for it. That includes obviously all the local taxes where I am, and this comes with a three-year warranty as well. So yeah, expensive bit of kit, but I really like it. So yeah, you pay your money, you take your chance. So, but the shaft drive is yeah, that's really what I want, is the shaft drive. I like the look of the bike. You know, I go in the garage, have a look at it and go, yeah, I'm glad I've got that in my garage. So there's some other great bikes out there, as I've already mentioned, the Ducati Multistrada V4, the KTM 1290, great bikes, but I just haven't ridden one. So they might be better than this, but I don't need 180 horsepower. I'm happy with 135, 136, that will do me. So it's just a nice bike. I really like it. Any problems that I've had with it so far, bearing in mind it's only done 94 miles. I'm going to say there is one issue I had, but that's all been sorted now. The quick shifter, if you go on all the forums, yeah, it's not the best in the book. I've ridden the Triumph 1200 Tiger. Again, there's a card up here or in the description down below if you want to go and have a look at that. That quick shifter was buttery smooth. In fact, I was up and down this road here, single-handed, you know, one-handed, down and up the gearbox, beautiful with a quick shifter. This is, what word can I use, a little bit more clunky, shall we say, and certainly on the downshifts I actually thought there was something wrong with the quick shifter. If you read all the literature, I'm not going to bore you stupid, but basically it sort of says, you know, above 2,000 revs you can use it. But well, I was that concerned with that. Today I went back to the BMW dealer, the Mansell Collection, and I actually spoke to Greg, the main man. What a lovely bloke that is. So he got on the bike. He got on the bike, he didn't wheel it down the road, fortunately, much to the laughter of Tony and Darren. Well, they said, is he on the back wheel? And I went, no, fortunately not. And he came back sort of 5 minutes later, said no, it's just because it's a new gearbox, and also the way it was more so to do with when you select the neck, when you go down the box, it wasn't blipping. In fact, you know, third to second, the gear selector wouldn't, the gear shift wouldn't even move. It was like, you know, it was like hitting a crowbar, so a scaffold pole, so it just wouldn't move. So I thought something was amiss. Oh, excuse me. So anyway, the long and the short of it is, it's all to do with the way the quick shifter system works. Not ideal, but Greg says that's how it is. So he says, if you're downshifting, so I'm in fourth now, and he said if you're below 4,000 revs, what you need to do is just give it a little bit of a blip yourself, and then it will rev match. It says it's just the way it is. Obviously I'm running the bike in, and I'm not sort of venturing into the 6,000 above, where I'm sure it's on the videos you hear it going into corners and they downshift and it's got the old pop and it sounds great, but at the moment I thought there was something wrong with it, but there we go. 3,000 revs, bit of a blip, look at that, really smooth. So blip of the throttle and it just goes in like butter. So 30 seconds. So look, so if you guys are having a problem with your quick shifter below 4,000 revs and the quick shifter doesn't want to, or the gear lever doesn't want to move, just try, I'll show you again, look. Oh, love it. So there we go, below 4,000 revs, just give it a little bit of a blip, and even going through first, yeah, so just give it a little bit of a blip. So that's from Greg Mansell, the son of Nigel Mansell. So he's done all kinds of motor racing kind of stuff, not quite to the same level as his dad, but what he doesn't know about BMWs is not really worth knowing about. So that would be a handy tip if you're interested in getting a GS, or you've got one and you've had a similar problem to me. Just try that, go along, third gear it, just flip it, absolutely smooth as butter. Oh, I hope I haven't got COVID. Sorry about that, folks. And the quick shift on the way up isn't particularly brilliant in the low revs. There's not a great deal you can do about that. So I am using a combination of clutch and the blipper and the quick shifter every now and again. There we go, first quick shifter. There's a definite jolt first to second, but everybody says that. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all fine. So the third to fourth and onwards is fine. So folks, I think what I'll do is, whilst we're out enjoying the lovely scenery here, let's cue a little bit of music for a little while and enjoy the R1250GS. So cue the music. And if it's not your kind of music, I do apologise, skip forward. So another BMW truck. I don't know. So that's it guys, going to go back. I've got lots of other bits in the garage, as you can see here. So over the next week or so, I've got some time off work, I will be adding those bits to the bike. So if that's something you're interested, please click the subscription button and follow me in my BMW ownership journey, as and when I put the bits on the bike, if that's something you're interested in. So yeah, so really like the bike. It's just a great bike, and I'm now sort of getting more and more used to it, and the weight just disappears when you get going, and it's a very flickable machine. So that's it guys, ride safe as ever, and we'll see you all again soon in the next video. Ta-ta for now, take care, bye.